There's no denying the cultural impact Myst had on video games back in '93, being a point-and-click adventure title set in unique 3D rendered environments. Myst was a bold experiment that took no prisoners, and developer Cyan's dedicated fan base is proof that trying something new can be absolutely worth it.
Thank God you've returned.
4 years later, the world would be gifted Riven, Myst's older brother, taking everything that made Myst great and maturing it, from the photorealistic graphics and CGI work to architectural design, technology, and puzzle design. Riven boasted a more interconnected experience that was so dense in its creation, it spanned 5 discs when it first released back in 1997.
Thank you.
While never quite hitting the heights of Myst's success, Riven remained a cult classic among smaller communities, which in a way adds a unique pressure when performing a remake, since the majority of those who know Riven know it well.
Thank God you've returned.
But the Cyan team took on this challenge anyway and delivered a Riven remake designed to elevate the original for new audiences. Riven is a first-person adventure puzzle game that sees you, the player, traverse through 5 different islands, picking up environmental clues and solving puzzles that open up paths to new areas and new clues. There is a story here, and the majority of it unfolds through pages and journal entries you discover along the way. The backbone of Riven is a concept where characters create new worlds, or ages as they call them, by writing in books. Characters can then warp between them, and each age boasts its own unique set of landmarks and species and cultures. Visually, the entire game has been rebuilt from the ground up to offer players freedom of movement. While the original was praised for its photorealistic image renders, it's a delight to see how far we've come by walking around an equally, if not more beautiful Riven in real time. Things have motion now. The sea is rolling and objects are floating and flying and shifting, giving the world of Riven a sense that it's alive, something the original couldn't quite emulate at the time. But while the coat of paint is new, there are elements that remain from the original. For instance, the sound design remains the same. The returning sounds of button presses and machinery noises, wildlife ambience, and even the musical score make this new Riven feel like you're seeing an old friend again after 20 years. The outer shell looks different, but the aura is the same. But this doesn't mean your childhood friend hasn't learned some new tricks. New rooms and new ideas populate the world of Riven, making Riven not only a remake, but a remix, as the additional content shuffles around the elements of the original, creating a new order of events. This was a welcomed change, as the sudden realization that things aren't quite like I remembered them kept me on my toes for the whole playthrough. Things are also slightly easier now, as this new order of events means there are less dead ends, helping players, including myself, feel accomplishment earlier, which was a major critique some communities had of the original. This could be a good or bad thing depending on the angle, but Cyan's goal was to widen the net of Riven fans, then this was a smart choice. There were also some new randomized elements too, making each playthrough slightly different from the last. But unfortunately, not everything is an improvement. The new approach to animated characters stick out like a sore thumb against a background of beauty. By replacing the original live-action characters with flat animated ones, the performances lose some of their earnestness. But in the end, the Riven remake was as immersive as the original and an absolute joy to play through from front to back. Coming in at around the 6-hour mark with some trial and error, Riven is definitely worth the look in for those desiring an immersive puzzle-solving experience set in a rich creative world. Riven is available now for $39.99 for PC. Thank you everyone for coming to my first bite-sized episode. Riven means a lot to me. I was 10 when I first played both Myst and Riven back in '97, and it had a profound impact on me and my creative journey. I stumbled upon exercise books the other day when I was a kid where I used to write my own stories based on the Myst universe, as well as little puzzles that I designed kind of connecting back into the world. I think what I loved most about the Myst universe was its blend of technology and nature, and kind of finding this really nice balance between the two. So yeah, go play Riven. Thanks for watching.